Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be talking about living below your means slash managing your expenses. First, before we get into the video, I would like to say thank you for the love that you showed me during my last video. I saw all your comments and the topics that you would like me to talk about, so I have taken notes of that and I'm going to be making content on that during the next coming months, so stay tuned to this page. If this is your first time, my name is Natalia Burge. I have a background in law and business administration. Currently, I'm doing my global MBA, also acquiring certificates in wealth and portfolio management. Now, let's get right into the video. I'm going to be breaking down 3 points to talk about living below your means, and the first one is mindset adjustment. Now, when you're talking about mindset adjustment, we're literally talking about your relationship with money, your financial behavior. I am somebody who grew up already having a relationship with money thanks to my mother, because I grew up in an environment where we were doing business. My mom was always doing business in the house, and so I was helping her with the business and the financial aspect of the business. As young as 8 years old, I had already started doing business in the house, and that was literally where I started developing a relationship with money. My mindset has always been that everybody needs to position themselves to actually reach out to what they deserve and eventually manifest it into their lives. Now, let's get this clear. First of all, is value. If you actually don't believe that you have enough value to provide onto something, onto a sector, onto a business to be able to make enough money, you are not going to get it. And I have learned how to not look at what others accomplish, and I learn how to be content where I am. I look at where I am right now and I tend to be grateful, because one thing that we are supposed to understand is that gratefulness for where you are actually is a bigger door to your next step or your next level. There are people, when they are thinking about others' achievements, they are not happy. They want to compare themselves to others. You do not do that. If you want to have a positive mindset, the first thing that you're supposed to understand is that you are supposed to be conscious about where you are. If you are not where you want to be, first of all, think about the things that you are grateful for. When you think about, oh, you're able to eat every day, you have a roof over your head, you can drink water, anything at all, then you start analyzing where you want to go. But then always with a very positive mindset, thinking that everything is possible. And that is where you are supposed to learn that you are supposed to bring value or increase the value that you have to be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve. I will always say that you have to be very realistic, and you have to understand that what works for somebody else wouldn't work for you. The mindset is this: you look at where you are, you are grateful for what you have been able to achieve, you know you are not where you want to be, so you work towards where you want to go. But you always have to make sure that what you are speaking is what you want to see. You don't have to speak what your circumstances are telling you right now. Because like I said, I didn't come from a very wealthy background, but one thing I always told myself is that I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. And the reason why I'm so confident that I'm going to make it is because I always make sure that I'm working on my value. And I know my value. Like, I'm very big on that. If I know I don't know something, I would learn it. You have to be open to learning new things. You have to be open to forget what you learned in the past and allow somebody else to teach you what they know, because you are learning from that person. One thing I really like to do is to learn from people that are where I want to be. Like, I ask them questions. How did you get there? What are the things that you managed to do to get you to where you are? How did you start the journey? What are the things that were difficult for you during your journey? What are the things that you can advise based on the things that you think that might have been a mistake? And when you learn from others, actually, it opens your mind to understand that, look, you're not the only person going through this like this. But based on how you look at it, based on where you also want to be, or what you think you can achieve, you can start the journey from there. And it's never too early or too late to start. We are all of us are figuring ourselves out. So it's always good to start from somewhere, regardless of your age or wherever you are in life. Before I leave this point, let me say this. I know that some people say that, oh, I have been working so hard and I haven't been able to accomplish anything, and every day is the same thing. I'm having a lot of expenses. I don't know how to go about it. We are going to come to that. because when you are overwhelmed about something, it seems like everything is just in your mind, like everywhere. So you need to relax, you need to calm down. What is it that you think you are doing well? What is it that you think you are not doing well? Because sometimes even when you think you are doing everything right, there's always something that you can adjust to be able to get the results that you are looking for. So always, if you have somebody that you can trust, that you can ask questions about what can you do better, what do they think, always be careful about who you are talking to. That's also important. So that's why I will always encourage you to have a relationship with God, because when you have a relationship with God, literally He will tell you where to adjust and where to let go and what to add, what to take out. On the second point, we are going to be talking about make a plan and stick to it. This is where you are going to be considering your income, your expenses, your essentials, non-essentials. Within your expenses, you're going to be looking at your emergency fund, your investments and savings, right? So this is where you require a lot of discipline, and I said that in my previous video. Now, when it comes to making a plan, you are supposed to consider, okay, now we're at the beginning of the year, this is 2024. What did you achieve last year when it comes to your finances? Did you add to your savings? Did you waste your savings? Did you make a purchase that you didn't need? So now you're going to think about it in general. So you literally write down what you were able to accomplish last year, and every area of your life that you think that has to do with your finances, just write it down. And then this year you think about what you want to achieve. Just write down, for instance, how much are you making, what other side hustles you have that will bring some extra income. Write down how much you more or less can make. Write down what is your goal for the end of the year, like how much you want to see into your savings account, how much you want to see into your emergency fund. What are the major expenses that you want to consider? What are the big events, a wedding, a family event, things like that, where you are going to be spending money. Or also, if you have bigger purchase that you are considering for the year, you write that down. And then I was saying on my Instagram account that if you take, for instance, your bank statement, because for me, the first time I wanted to start on my financial journey, I decided to just randomly go check my bank statement. And trust me, I was wowed. When I checked my financial statement, my bank statement, the amount that I saw that went through my account, I had never seen that amount together for myself. And I was like, how did this money get into my account in the first place? And that was because I was spending money without thinking about what I was spending money on. And I would say that was a big eye opener. And I decided to then start managing what I spend money on. I started cutting down certain things. Like, for instance, I would say to myself, right? And this is one thing that you can try when it comes to your expenses. You can say to yourself, if you're somebody that buys food outside a lot, this month I'm only going to buy food outside once every 2 weeks or once every week, right? And then the rest of the week I'm going to make sure that I cook in the house. So you know that you're supposed to manage your time to be able to cook. If you are working, you take some food to work, and you understand that you're not spending money outside on food, and you just stick to that. Another thing that you can do is to say that, okay, I used to take this money for my beauty maintenance at the end of the month. So this month, I'm going to just cut it. There are some things you can always do without. Like, this is what you do. Because you have not achieved what you want, you will cut down certain things. And don't do things because your friends are doing them. Do what your money can do for you at the time where you are. And when you are looking at your expenses, that's where budgeting comes in. Budgeting templates also help, especially when you're starting a journey, so that you can actually write down on your budgeting template. You have like the income, the expenses, the essentials, non-essentials. When you write it that way, then you can be canceling the things that you know that you don't actually need. And stick to your plan. One way I actually help myself to stick to a plan is by rewarding myself. So I have a rewarding system. What I do is this: if my goal is to, for instance, achieve a specific amount in my savings account within a period of time, and I get to achieve it, I get myself a gift. So I'll give myself a gift, like I can go out of town for the weekend, I can buy something I really wanted that I didn't want to get at the time because it would have been a bad purchase, or I'll simply take myself out on a nice date. So that is a reward system. So try that. It makes you feel very fulfilled. Like, for instance, me, it gives me so much joy to be able to know that I stuck to my plan and I was able to get it. Now I'm giving this to myself. Like, it gives you so much joy and it makes you feel like a boss lady. Another thing when you're under this point is that you should consider why you are doing what you are doing. So what you're supposed to be considering is that you're looking at the long term. So that why you are doing that, why you are going on this journey of staying disciplined and getting your plans and sticking to them, that's your motivation right there. So when you're asking people what is your motivation, I always tell them that you have to be your own motivation. The last point is value for money, right? When it comes to living below your means, I will always tell you this: if you want to buy something and you know that it's very important, buy the quality item, the quality version. Sometimes what people say is that, oh, it's too expensive, it's too this. There is a balance, right? If you buy something that is cheap, it's going to get spoiled faster. Within a year, if you have to buy that thing 5 times, you have spent the money that you were going to spend buying it once. If you know that you want to buy something that is expensive and you at the time you don't have the money to do it, and you want to have value for your money and you want to go for the quality version of that, save towards that particular purpose. Give it a name: saving for this. Value for money also has to do with when you go to like the supermarket, always check the tags. Buy products that are on sale. Let me give you an example, right? And always bargain, because one thing is that I don't know why people are shy to bargain. I am not. Like, I would go to your shop and bargain. If I get into a shop and I see that, oh, I don't like this, you can't make me buy it. I will not feel bad that I came into your shop and I didn't buy anything and I'm stepping out. I will step out with my money, because I'm not going to buy what I don't like, and I'm not going to buy it because I've already entered the shop. Don't do that. I see a lot of people that do that, and I actually have a problem with that, because why would you feel bad going into a shop to check what they have and coming outside without buying anything? Oh, what would they think? They wouldn't think anything, and if they want to think anything, it doesn't affect your pocket. So that's one thing that you're supposed to understand. When it comes to value for money, you're looking for an item. You're going around town, check 5 stores. Don't buy from any of them until you are certain about getting the right price, bargaining the right price. There are shops you can always bargain. When you go in there, they will tell you, this is the price. I will ask you whether that's the last price. Never be shy. People will always think what they want to think. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned some things. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Please subscribe, comment, and like the video, and let me know what next you want me to talk about. Bye bye.